Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and I'm so happy that you're here. So y'all, as you can see by the title of the video, it's going to be a budget with me and a cash stuffing for my first paycheck in September, y'all. It's going to be a long video. It's going to be juicy. I have some things I want to show y'all. So let's just go ahead and get started. But right before I do, I just want to say, hey.
Hey.
If you're new, please consider subscribing.
Yeah. Do it. You scrolled on this video to do it.
I love to have you. Join the fam. We're lit over here. And it's free. So yeah. All right, y'all, let's just go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, so because this video is about to be super duper long, I do not have shout outs for this video. So with that being said, shout out to all of my supporters. Y'all know I love y'all. God bless. Now let's get into it. But y'all, I always have something to say. So 2 things off topic. One thing is some of my supporters have been telling me that they are having audio issues when listening to my videos. I think specifically when they have their headphones in. So I don't know how to fix that in iMovie. I'm new to this. I'm not true to this. So if there are any editing gurus in the comments,
Help me. Help me.
hit your girl up, teach me what I need to know, because I do not want y'all having any audio issues when listening to me. So if you're not having any audio issues when listening to me, let me know down below in the comments as well, just so I can get a feel of who is and who isn't having these audio problemos. I guess they're my problems, but I just want to know. So thank you so much. And another thing, one more thing. Can y'all get into these nails though?
I don't need to flex.
It's okay, girl, but your nails look good.
Thanks, so.
You welcome.
You know?
Y'all, I went to CVS earlier today, I would say earlier tonight, and I found these. These are a rare find at CVS, and I saw them. They were medium length, and I just had to have them. They were like $8. They're from the Kiss brand, so y'all get into it. I love them so much. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get on into my budget. I am using the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom, linked down below in my description box. Speaking of my description box, everything that I use in my videos are always linked in my description box. So if you are on my video, you see the title, and then there's my description box underneath that. So just click the arrow to expand it and all of the goodies will appear, I promise. And if what you're looking for is not linked, let me know down below in the comments. I'll get the link for you, no problem. Okay, let's go ahead and start with my September budget. Okay, so I zoomed in for y'all just a tad. I didn't want to zoom in like all the way because I know I'm gonna forget to move the book up and down. So hopefully this is a happy medium. So just a few things before I get into my income sources. I do work part-time. I get paid bi-weekly. And by part-time, I mean I work 20 hours a week instead of 40. I do work from home. And I work as a social media coordinator for a family friend. She owns a few businesses. I help manage her social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. I also co-host the company podcast. I help with the website management. That is what I do for my job. Another thing is I do have a daughter. Her name is Lauren, and her and I, we live with family. So I am not required, thankfully, to pay any rent, utilities, anything like that. My family is only asking for me to pay my bills, of course, take care of Lauren and I, and just save for our future. So I am so thankful to be in that position. So when it comes to my budget, these numbers are going to reflect that. Another thing is when I get down to my cash envelopes and you see groceries for $100 every 2 weeks, that is also because we live with family. So that is a very small amount. So I've heard in the comments, my family buys the bulk of the groceries because they are the ones that cook. I do not cook often, so my grocery budget is usually for any replenishments like milk, bread, eggs, or anything that Lauren may need, snacks, my snacks, whatever the case may be. It's not necessarily for groceries, if you catch my drift. So that is that. I think those are all of the prefaces. That's not a real word, I don't think. But we're just gonna roll with it. It's late. Y'all already know I film late at night, so anyway, I did ask on my community tab for y'all to ask me any budgeting questions, so I'm going to try and trickle those answers in as I go through my budget. I'm going to try and remember all of them, but I apologize if I don't. I will go back on my community posts and answer them individually. I promise. Okay, so let's start with my income sources. Of course, I have my part-time job. I receive $880 every 2 weeks. It doesn't change. I'm receiving the child tax credit during this pay period for $300. And then I received some side hustle income from my consulting side hustle for $65. Now, after my income sources, I always subtract my tithes, and that is 10% of my income. So that is 10% of my part-time job, the child tax credit, and consulting. So 10% of all of this equals $125 that I am giving to tithes. And I did get a question. I believe I answered it in my last video, but my tithes are my giving to God. So I give 10% of my income to my church through the church app. And the reason why I give tithes is simply because that's what God tells me to do. It's in the Bible. And I believe that tithes secures and protects me and my family, not only financially, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally, all that and then some. And it also says in the Bible to be a cheerful giver. So when I give my tithes, I am literally cheering and I'm happy because God, He's just amazing, right? He gives us all of His grace, His mercy, His love, protection. And all He's asking in return is for our faithfulness and our loyalty to Him and to give 10% of our earnings. Now, if you do not have a church, you can always tithe to a family or friend in need, a charity or organization. It all depends as long as you're giving it as a blessing. So that is my explanation of tithes. So, of course, I'm giving $125 of my income to tithes. So that brings my income total to... And my bad, y'all. I forgot I wasn't a human calculator. So let me go ahead and get my calculator out. I have $880 for my part-time income, $300 for child tax credit, and $65 for consulting, which brings my income to $1,245. Let's subtract tithes. So that brings my income total to $1,120. So now we're going to move on into bills. I have my life insurance for $51, TubeBuddy for $5, Netflix for $20, Apple, which is my storage, is $3. My car payment is $150. If you're new, my car payment is $373, but because that is a larger bill, in my opinion, I split up my car payment in between both of my paychecks in the month. They're not always split evenly down the middle. It all depends on what other bills I need to pay in that pay period. So for this pay period, it is $150, which means that my next paycheck, I will need to pay the rest, which is $223. So that is how I work my car payment. And lastly is my cushion. Now, It's been a while and then some since I have put money towards my cushion. So let me go ahead and explain it real quick because I've gotten a lot of questions about this. So what is a cushion? Your cushion is basically or essentially what is in your bank account. So with this zero-based budget method, along with the cash envelope method that I do, a bulk of my income is taken out in cash. So you may ask, okay, so what is left in your bank account after paying your bills and then taking all of the rest out in cash? So that is when a buffer comes in. If you're just starting out, I recommend putting a little bit aside each paycheck to remain in your bank account. So let's say you're starting out and you have $0 in your bank account. You receive your next paycheck and it's for $1,000. You budget out that $1,000 because that is your income total. You budget out all of the bills that will be taken care of with that $1,000. Then you budget out your cash envelopes, sinking funds, and so on, which means that that $1,000 is all allocated to go somewhere. So after paying your bills and taking out the remaining in cash, what is left in your bank account? $0. Because with the zero-based budget, you're allocating every dollar of your income somewhere. So what I always recommend is you put aside $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever your budget can handle. You set aside that amount to stay in your bank account, which is called a cushion, or some others call it a buffer. So now that I set aside that $40 for my cushion, that means that $40 is going to stay in my account to grow my checking account buffer for unexpected expenses. And that's another question. Why do you need a buffer? What is it for? I say it is for those unexpected expenses, those non-sufficient fund fees that may come up or pop up in your life, or if a bill is higher than normal, that checking account cushion can take care of that difference. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's always important, especially when you're starting out, to build a cushion or a buffer in your checking account. Like I mentioned, the amount that you budget to stay in your account depends on you, but I think it's very important. So with that being said, I am budgeting $40 to stay in my cushion for this paycheck. So let's total up all of my bills. So my total bill amount is $269. So to get that leftover amount, I'm going to subtract the $269 from my income total. And that brings me to $851 remaining. I'm going to bring that $851 down here to my cash envelopes. These are the categories that are in my wallet, so also my daily expenses. So for groceries, I'm budgeting $100 for the 2 weeks. Household is $10. Fast food is $25. I usually give myself $20, but you know, your girl's been eating out.
What are we about to eat at?
Not gonna lie. Miscellaneous is getting $0 because I really don't need it. Auto is getting $10. That's mostly for gas. Lauren Bear is getting $30. That's coming from the child tax credit. My envelope is getting $10. My locks is getting $105. Y'all, let me talk to you about my locks real quick. So your girl got her hair did this past Saturday. I am going to show you a clip of my hair. I love it. I got my hair dyed. I would say it's like a copper-ish color. Auburn, honey blonde. I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. I love it. It felt so good to get a change. It felt so good to just kind of do this semi-drastic change to my hair. It just made me feel like a brand new woman. So let me know down below in the comments how you like it. I love it. If you're ever in the Orlando area and you want to get your locks started, or you just want to get your locks done, I don't know, hit up my girl Corinne from Loctition. I will leave her information down below. Oh my gosh, I am loving my lock journey, y'all. I'm loving it so much. Okay, so that is locks. That is why it costs so much, because I had, or not had, but I wanted to get my hair dyed, and that was going to be an extra expense. So that was gonna cover it, or help cover it. Anyway, Blessings is getting $5, and then Starbeezy, which is Starbucks, and Tips is getting $0. And you may be asking, why, Taylor? You love Starbucks. The reason why is because your girl got blessed with a Starbucks gift card. So that is what I will be using for September. So I do not have a budget for Starbeezy or Tips for this month. It's exciting. Anyway, so let's go ahead and total up these amounts here. And the total is $295. If I subtract the $295 from the $851 I had left over, that brings me to $556 remaining. So before I move on into my sinking funds, I wanted to backtrack and answer a question regarding my bills. A supporter asked me if I pay my bills online or if I take out the cash for my bills. So I pay all of my bills online. I do not take out cash for my bills. It is just a personal preference. It's just an extra step I'm not willing to take to withdraw the money for my bills and then put it back in my bank to pay them. I would rather just pay all of these bills all at once. Some of them are auto pay, but usually at the day of my paycheck, I pay all of the bills that are not on auto pay. And then that's how I do it. And I think another question was, how do I keep track of this amount in bills in my account? And I think the simple answer to that is you just kind of have to be disciplined and know that the bill amount that's in your account is for your bills. So I know that $269 that's in my account needs to go towards my bills. So if you're not as disciplined yet when it comes to paying your bills online and you feel like you need to take out the cash, do that. Do you, boo. Remember, it's personal finance. You do what works for you. But what works for me is paying all of my bills online and then taking out the rest in cash. Okay, so let's move on into my sinking funds. All right, so for sinking funds, I've gotten a lot of questions on what are sinking funds. And simply put, sinking funds are mini savings accounts for either your short-term or your long-term goals. So anything from yearly subscriptions that you want to save up for, holidays, birthdays, vacation, car maintenance, medical co-pays, anything like that, an emergency fund. What I did was, when I started budgeting, I thought about what comes up during the year that I either need to shell a lot of money for, or I'm like, dang it, how did I forget that? And then I just ponder on that question, and then I write all of those categories down. And then bam, you have your sinking funds. Now, I do want you to know that you can have as many sinking funds as you need to. For me, I think I have about 25, and I think that's a lot, but I have seen people that have more than that. I've seen people that have 5 sinking funds. It all depends on your lifestyle. So just think about those events, goals that pop up in your life or throughout the year, and just start saving for them little by little. So I really hope that answers your question. So now let's jump on into my sinking funds. So I had $556 left over. I'm gonna bring that $556 up here for sinking funds. For car maintenance, I am putting away $5. Health, $15. Investments, $5. And my girl, Mommy Trader. No, that's for retirement. Okay, let's move on. Our home is getting $20. If you're new, I am saving up to purchase a home for my beautiful baby girl and I. Retirement. Okay, so my girl, Mommy Trader, she asked a question. She was like, hey, did you open up that Roth yet?
Nope.
I didn't even bother to answer her because I knew the answer was going to be no. And the answer is no, girl. I haven't opened up the Roth yet, but I appreciate you holding me accountable. That's what I need. So I will open up the Roth IRA. If you do not know what a Roth IRA is, it is basically like an individual retirement account. It's not a 401k. Anywho, Support Small is getting 0. Taylorbudgets is getting $58, and that is coming from my consulting side hustle. Beauty is getting 5. Birthdays is getting 25. I have my mom's birthday, my brother's birthday, and my stepmom's birthday coming up very shortly. Clothes is getting $1. Electronics, 1. Fund money, 1. Home goods, and a 1. Do not be discouraged when you stuff low amounts like this, because I always say stuffing $1 is $1 more than you had before. It all adds up. Progress, not perfection. Slow and steady wins the race. I can go on and on. Lauren is getting $40. That's coming from the child tax credit. Little Bros is getting $2. Mental health is getting 5. I will start going back to therapy soon, which I am so excited about. Hashtag mental health matters. Holidays is getting $5. Self-care, $3. My sinking fund is getting $3. And then vacation, $10. So if I add up all these sinking funds, let me go ahead and do that. Okay, that is $225. If I subtract the $225 from the $556 I had, that brings me to $331. Let's bring the $331 down to extra debt. For this paycheck, I am allocating $30 towards my student loans. I spoke about this in my last video, which was my September monthly budget. I will start taking my student loans a lot more seriously in 2022. I've come to the realization that they need to be paid. And although I truly believe that God is going to figure out a way for me to pay these off, forgive them, whatever, I need to start paying them. Whether he is blessing me with income that I couldn't even imagine receiving, or whatever the case may be, that is him blessing me with the opportunity to pay off my student loans. So I just need to start doing it. Like, I can't not pay my student loans, you know what I mean? So I will start taking them more seriously in 2022, but for now it's going to be $60 every month. And I did receive a few questions about, why don't you just put that $60 and actually pay your student loans? Like, go in Nelnet, which is my student loan servicer, and make a $60 payment. And I think the reason is, if I'm being honest, is because I was scared. I was like, so what if I make these payments and then they're forgiven? What happens to all that money that I wasted, technically, paying it? And I think that I just need to get out of that mindset and just do it.
Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
So it's definitely nerve-wracking, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, y'all. So I appreciate y'all holding me accountable by asking me those questions. I truly do appreciate it. So with that being said, it's only $30 for extra debt. If I subtract the 30 from 331, that brings me to $301. I'm going to bring that 301 down to my extra savings. My 52-week challenge is getting $71. Emergency fund, $10. 3 to 6 month expenses, $20. Lauren's college fund is getting a whopping $200.
Oh, like that!
Yes. That's coming from the child tax credit. And then my $1 and $5 savings, I budget 0 because this amount only comes from what I do not use in my cash envelopes. So let's total out these extra savings. That equals $301. If I subtract 301 from the 301 I had left over, brings me to a 0 balance. For a 0 base budget, that means that $1,120 was allocated to all of these different categories. Every dollar has a place, it has a job, and that is how we like it. Okay, so I have flipped over to the next page. This is my cash envelope breakdown. Just going to go through this really quickly. This is where I break down which denominations I'm going to stuff in each of my cash envelopes. So I write down all of the categories that will be receiving cash. So these right here are my categories that are in my wallet, and then these are my sinking funds. So I write down the amount that I'll be stuffing, and then I just break it down into denominations. The denominations depend on you. There's no rule on which denominations to stuff in each envelope. Do you, boo? That's all on you. And then once I determine which denominations will go into each envelope, I total up the amount of denominations. So I have 26 ones, 19 fives, 8 tens, and so on. And then I calculate the total value of those denominations. So of course, 26 ones is $26, 19 fives is $95, and so on. And then what I do is I grab this cash teller slip. I received this, or not received it, but I purchased it from the Budget Mom. If you do not want to purchase this, you can simply take a Post-it note and copy this structure. Give it to the bank teller. It works the same. So basically, I just copy all of this information onto here, and then I have the total amount withdrawn. Give this to the bank teller, and they know which denominations to give me. Very simple. I love this little gadget thingy. I just love this system so much. So that is how I know which denominations to stuff in my cash envelopes. So now that I've showed you that, let's go ahead and get into the next part. Let's see where we're going with this. Okay, so I am not sure how long this video is already, but I have a feeling that it's long. So I don't know if I am going to cut it here and then give you guys a part 2. But what I definitely want to do is show you what I got. Okay, let me go ahead and get it. 1 second. Y'all, your girl got herself a Moterm. Okay, I did it.
Oh no, she didn't. Oh no, this heifer didn't.
I did it. So I was watching Oh My Fro Budgets, and she has the same Moterm. She purchased it, I believe she said, from Amazon. And I was like, hold up, swole up. She left the link down below in her description box. I went on there, they were sold out. I was like, okay. They weren't gonna come in stock until like a week and a half later. I ordered it so that when it comes in stock, they can just ship it right to your girl. And that's what happened. I got myself a Moterm. And I know you're probably thinking, but girl, didn't you just purchase like a Moterm dupe? Yes, but I decided to treat myself and give myself the real thing because it was just a retail therapy moment, and I'm not mad at it. I'm happy. I am just so happy I got it. So let's just go ahead and open it up. I'm excited. Are y'all excited? Okay, so here it is. It's the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but because this is a Moterm. Okay. But it looks the same as the wallet I have now, which is this that I got from Angie's Boutique. So this was handmade. I love it so much. But now I am switching over to the Moterm, and I am so freaking excited. So, I mean, there's really not much to it. It looks the same as my wallet. It has the snap, beautiful black croc. It has the binders. It has the binder rings. It It has the card slots, and this pouch here is for your coins. And look at the chocolate on the inside, y'all. That is what blows me away with this Moterm. It's the chocolate on the inside. Then you have more card slots here, chocolate on the inside, chocolate on the inside, and then this huge, y'all, this is huge. This huge compartment here that I don't know what I'll do with, probably receipts, but chocolate on the inside. So I just love it. I am in love. And then you have a pen or pencil slot here. And then you have this extra situation that comes with it. And so this is a extension to the Moterm where you can just put it in there, and you have 3 extra card slots here with a pen loop. Love that. And then it comes with these notes. Honestly, I don't know what I would use this for. Probably, you know what I could use it for is to jot down my like grocery list, or like if I'm going to the store or multiple stores and I need to remember what I need to get. Maybe I usually use my phone for that, but you know, we can be extra. So that's probably what I'll use it for. Who knows? We'll see. But it's brand spanking new. You see it has the little situation here. Y'all, I'm just really excited, and I treated myself, and you know, sometimes you have to do that, and I don't think you really have to justify treating yourself. So that is what I purchased for myself. I'm so excited. Let's just go ahead and switch everything over, right? Okay, let's do it. All right, y'all, so I have about 6.3 minutes until I finish setting up my new wallet. I thought I would answer some budgeting related questions that y'all sent me to my YouTube community post. So first question is from Budget with Jeanette. She said, or she asked, have you ever or do you plan on making a mock budget for when you move out on your own with Lauren? Short answer, absolutely, positively yes. Yeah, I think that would be so much fun. And I'm a preparer, you know, I like to know what I'm getting myself into. So yeah, definitely. And y'all already know, y'all will be the first to see it. So yes. Okay, next question is from Anja Menjik. I hope I pronounced that right, girl. But her question was, what are some must-save for things that you recommend to a student that is starting off their budgeting journey? Okay, so the one that comes up at the top of my head is emergency fund. I feel like everyone should have an emergency fund. So an emergency fund is probably like a must save for. And if you really want to get, you know, dirty with it, start saving for your retirement. Like, I don't think there is a time when you should start saving for retirement. I think it's a beautiful thing to save as soon as you can. So emergency fund and retirement are the two that pop up in my head. So the third question, let's see, is from Savvy Budgeting, and it's, knowing what you know now, what is some budgeting and or saving related advice you would give your younger self or anyone who is looking to start their budgeting journey? I would say the one thing first is to get it out of your head that you cannot save because of your income. I believe that anyone can save no matter the income. You can save, you can pay off debt, and you can live your best life on your income. It's all about making your money enough and making it work for you. You may need to get creative, do some side hustles, you know, but it's possible. So I don't want you to ever think that you cannot budget. Second thing is for saving related advice, do some savings challenges to keep yourself motivated to save. And also, before you start your budgeting journey, write down your savings goals and what you want those goals to be for. Emergency fund, vacation, you want to go on a shopping spree, you want to retire early, you want to save up for your child's college fund, whatever those savings are, write down what they are and the goals so that you have something to look back at for motivation. Okay, so that is the third question. Let's see. So the fourth question is from Tamia Pusok, and she asks, Would you change things in your budget if you were paid monthly instead of bi-weekly? I get my salary in one paycheck per month, and sometimes budgeting feels overwhelming. All right, so here's what I would do to me, a girl. So I would still budget bi-weekly even if I had a monthly salary. And this is how I would do it. I would basically pay myself twice every month. So I would split my monthly income into two. And then the first half of the month, I would budget out the bills that are due from the 1st to the 15th, let's say. And then for the second paycheck, which is what I would pay myself, I would budget all of my bills from the 16th to the end of the month. And I would do the same for my cash envelope, sinking funds, extra debt, and extra savings. I would basically take my one salary a month income and split it into two as if I'm getting paid bi-weekly. And I think by doing that, you can keep yourself on your toes. And then you can budget out smaller amounts so that you're not using a one lump sum of money that is supposed to last for a month and you may spend it in like 2 weeks. So that is what I would do. I would basically pay myself twice a month instead of once. Okay, fifth question is from Ona Esquere Faust. Sorry, girl, I know I butchered that, but I love you. Okay, she asked, do you face difficulties when having to spend money from your sinking funds? I have trouble spending the money I saved, even though it's meant to be spent. Yes, girl, of course. I don't know why I feel like my sinking funds are, forever savings, but they're not. Your sinking funds are meant to be spent, like you said. So I think it's just about reminding yourself of that, and just reminding yourself because like you said, it's meant to be spent. Sometimes we want to keep that money in there, but we need to spend it, Things come up in life. So just keep that mindset. Just keep remembering that you can always save more, even if you do spend it. Okay, I think I have time for one more questiones. Let's see. Okay, so here's a fun one from Rishi Martinez. She asked, if you won $1 million, would you still follow your budgeting journey? Of course. I would probably just, let me be honest, I would go on a huge vacation out of the country, me and Lauren, and just travel the world for a second. But then I would come back, humble myself, and then I would probably pay myself like a bi-weekly paycheck like I do now, or a monthly paycheck, and just keep myself humble. Because if you don't prepare or if you don't plan out your money, you're going to spend it recklessly. So yes, I would keep the same energy and I would budget my money. Okay. All right, that's the end, y'all. Love y'all. Bye. So here is my new wallet. I still have my coin pouch with my keychains. Everything's the same, but the wallet, y'all, I love it so much. I love it so much. I love it so much. And speaking of the keychain, so I purchased this keychain from A Touch of Nelly on Etsy. And what I think is so awesome is that that company reached out to me on Instagram, and they said that since I did the Happy Mail unboxing and I unboxed my keychain, they have gotten a significant amount of orders since then. So they wanted to know if they could send me some free keychains, or they actually only said one keychain. They asked me to pick it out and then they were going to ship it to me. And I said, of course, so thankful for that. But they went above and beyond and they sent me 3. So here's the one that I ordered. I ordered an L for, of course, Lauren. And I ordered it in white with gold foil. It's just beautiful. But then they sent me a T as well, which was a nice surprise. And then they sent me an L, but in black and gold. So I don't have that one with me. I actually gave it to my mom because my mom's name starts with an L. So it looks just like this, but it's an L. So I was like, oh my gosh, they added some extra goodies in there. So thankful. So I just want to shout out A Touch of Nelly again. I will leave all of their information down below in my description box. So with that being said, those are my new goodies, my wallet and my new keychains. and I am guessing that this video is already super duper long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it here, and I am going to continue into the next video where I will be doing my cash stuffing. So I guess I really don't need to do a part 2 because this is like a budget with me, and then I'll do a cash stuffing. I really wanted to do 2 in 1, but with all of the questions that I answered, I wanted to get a little bit in depth with my budget and also with cash stuffing. So I'll be answering some cash stuffing questions in the next video. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I haven't done a cash stuffing video so long, but I always say that you can't successfully cash stuff until you get your budget in order. And I know everyone loves the cash stuffing videos. I love the cash stuffing videos. I personally love cash stuffing. But if I didn't have a successful budget, my cash stuffing wouldn't work. Because the first step is budgeting, like I just did. And then the second part is cash stuffing. So with that being said, it's going to be a part 2. It will either be out the same day as this video or the day after. So stay tuned, it's coming. And I just want to say thank you so much for sticking to the end. If you were able to stick to the end, let's see which emoji. Let's do a sun emoji. Sun, yes. So if you were able to stick to the end, comment down below a sun emoji. If you do not have emojis on the device that you're watching me on, just comment sun emoji. Pretty simple. And I just want to say thank you so much for 40K supporters, y'all. God is good. God is so good. I definitely want to do like a live giveaway kind of situation, Q&A, chit chat thing. I'm going to have to figure out how that's going to work with Lauren Bear, but that is my plan. If it's not a live, I'll just do a regular video, but that is what I have in mind. Okay, I'm just going to stop talking. I'm going to go. And I'll see you all in the next video. Same outfit or same shirt and everything. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. God bless. All right. Bye.